Alright guys, this is another update on my Nexx 10SC. It's been raining in California, so had some extra time on my hands and wanted to do a little bit of upgrades. What you're looking at right now are the Pro-Line Powerstroke shocks, and these are specifically made for the Slash 4x4. There is a variety of vehicles that it will fit on with slight modification. However, it does not list the Jammin SCRT or the Nexx 10, so I had to mod it up just a little bit to get it to work, and it works. So I'll go over part numbers towards the end, but I just want to take you through how I mounted these things up. It was actually fairly simple once I planned out what to use where. Obviously, you cannot use the stock mount that it mounts onto where the shock tower is, because as you see hopefully here, if I can get it in here, the stock shock right here sits on this little ball that goes straight to the shock tower. So the aluminum cap on the Pro-Line shocks it's all aluminum, so there's nothing that the ball rides onto, so to speak. So you have to get creative as far as how you do it. You will have to purchase the accessory or the universal shock mounting hardware from Pro-Line to make this all work. And unfortunately, you just need a couple of pieces from it to do it. It's $8 for the kit, but it's priceless in the end because you won't have to jimmy rig it to make it work, especially on the carbon fiber shock tower. So as far as other things I had to do, basically you will have to remove the eyelet at the very bottom of the shock, which is right in here. It comes with a very wide flanged ball that rides inside there. It's a black one, and I'll show you where we use that later. Go ahead and install the stock ones in the bottom, and it's a very simple procedure to do that. I finally figured this out after wrecking a couple of eyelets. Basically all you do, I'll hopefully show you guys here with some archaic tools. What you do is grab some really long needle nose pliers, and you want to basically put this up on your workbench like so. I ended up grabbing a 7mm hex wrench like this, put that right over the cop here, and basically all you do is just tap on the top and that little ball just falls right out of there without damaging the eyelet. So that's just a quick little tip there, what I've used, and it's worked pretty much every single time. Back to the shocks. As far as mounting it on the top, you're going to take that wide black flange that comes on the bottom, and you're going to use that as a spacer going between the shock cap and the shock tower. You will use the included, I believe it's a 3mm hex screw, and then on the other side I just used a small little included washer and then the lock nut to go on there. So that is how I did it. It all lines up fairly well. I have put on 35 weight, I believe, oil for now, and it's working pretty good. Hopefully when I get on the track tomorrow, I'll be able to see how it works. The fronts that I ordered are on back order, unfortunately, so I won't get those for another couple of days. So I'll have hopefully a video just wrapping up everything that I've done with the truck so far. As far as why I replaced them, and I'll show you the two differences here. Here is the stock shock, a little bit thinner, and the one thing I noticed on the stock shocks is the springs are so long that they tend to bind up, and what I mean by that is they kind of push in like this and kind of get onto the shock shaft, or not the shock shaft but the shock body, and start rubbing on there, and then you get that kind of like broken bed sound with the springs going all over the place. So went ahead and replaced them. I had a slash 4x4, one of my first trucks, and I went through like 3 or 4 sets of shocks to find something good, and I ended up getting these Pro-Lines, and these things are just great. They bleed great, very easy to install, they're very easy to maintain. Probably one of the best things I remember about my slash 4x4. So anyways, that is the shock so far. Everything mounted up really nice. You just have to kind of finagle as far as how you're going to get the lineup between the bottom down here up to the top. Make sure that that's perfectly perpendicular to the shock tower. Other than that, everything is great. Here's the part numbers real quick. These are for the rear shocks, obviously, for the Pro-Lines 6063-01. Ended up getting these for, I think, 39 bucks. And then here is the mounting kit, 6063-05. You only need one mounting kit for all 4 shocks. And then obviously you need the front shocks too. So that is it for now. I will hopefully have a wrap-up video here of my Nexx 10 in the next few days. And that is it. Over and out.